Hey folks, hi, this is Gigi. It is 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to everybody out there. I hope you're having a great time. I hope you're going to be safe and sane. Okay, well, maybe a little sane, no bail money here. Well, we're going a little light this morning because it is morning because we're going to be taking off and going down to my brother's for a barbecue. So you're going to get a twofer here. You're going to get a clip with, doing the money drop, and then we'll talk about the evening, maybe put some pictures of the get-together that I have with the family. It should be fun. So we are having a cold brew. Just black coffee, ice cubes, sweet cream, because, it's before noon. Cheers, folks.
What time do I start drinking?
Noon.
So, you like how festive? Did you like the intro with Luna and me looking at the fireworks? Because, that's just how Gigi rolls. Gigi and Luna rolls. So I'm hoping you have a good time. Had a busy week. Made a score off at, okay, let me tell you about my setup here. Still I really didn't have time to deal with my Sony camera. But I do have my Galaxy 8 doing the overhead. And I'm using my Samsung Ultra 25 here. I'm still got to get, I think it's like an autofocus. So I was noticing last week I was so Gigi's got to get her shit together. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, like I said, it's the 4th of July. We had to be festive because it is the birthday of our country. So happy birthday, America. But we've had a busy week. I did a little bit of score because, the first Wednesday of the month, it is 10% off at Fry's. So I saved I think $37. I went ahead and brought extra because I really wanted to see how the savings was. It wasn't bad. I was really pleased with it. Bought more stuff to more like extras. So that was nice that I was able to do that. I did that. What else did I do? Oh, organize my pantry. What is it about when you organize your pantry or like your cabinets? It's like you just stand there and look at it. Oh, what is that about? I don't know. I've been watching. So the next thing I have to do is go through my fridge. I'm going to do that this weekend. And I said, no, I'm done. Because there was stuff that I was still working with my plants. I transplanted my little tomato plant. Remember what she looked like before? Before? After. We're still working on it. I think I'm overwatering it. And I think I'm not watering it correctly. So we're working on her. It is an early girl tomato plant. That's the name of it. It's my 97-cent special at Walgreens. So, not Walgreens, Walmart. So it's still thriving. It's still growing. So I'm really pleased with that. So we did that. So I piddled around with that. Been piddling around the house. Went to Zumba. Pleased I did that. There was no class today. I think it was Thursday I was supposed to go to Luna's. She's fiddling around. She's right underneath my feet. So I guess she's shy today. She was shy last week, if folks remember. Anyway, went to Zumba on Monday. Was pleased. I was going to go to Zumba on Thursday. I went to Monday. My mom had a doctor's appointment. Tuesday I went to Zumba. Wednesday there's no class. I was going to go to Zumba on Thursday, but it was like, I just could not get to sleep. It wasn't until like 3 o'clock that I finally fell asleep. I don't know why. It just zzz. But anyway, enough about that. We're going to go ahead and drop some money. So that's going to be the first half. And then you know how Gigi kind of likes to chat. We'll chat about our 4th of July, drop some pics, and I will have a quote of the week. So let's go ahead and start. Let's see how much money we're going to be saving today because you know why. You know why. Oh, come on. To start late. Oh, I forgot to put flags off. I'll have to do that when I come back. All right. So let's go ahead and see how much money. Say hello to the folks, Luna. Okay? All right. Don't jump, Luna. All right. So let's see how much money I have here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. $49. And I did do a midweek drop. That's right. I did some clips this week. Did midweek drop. I did a June dump. Not June dump. Did I put down it's a July dump? No, it's a June dump. You know everything you did in June? Gigi, slow down. It's not a race, man. Just relax. Because I already forgot how much money. Let me do it again. Not paying attention. I didn't write it down. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 149. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so let's put that there, but don't knock it over. And let me write my number down. Got my pen. We'll do the teeth one last. All right, so put that there. Here, Luna. She's moving her bed all over the studio here. Okay, all right. We're going to be dropping here. We're dropping $10. Go ahead and put 10 in here. Do that here. Where is it? I'll use this one. So I hope you folks are all having a good one. You working stiffs out there? How many of you are working today? I know my son-in-law, he works at a hotel. And I know he's working. He doesn't get the holidays. He gets the pay, but he doesn't get the holidays off. Okay, you know how I like to wait to see what I have left. So I kind of know what I'm going to be dropping. I just want to make sure I don't miss any of them. All right, I'm going to put 40 in here. Oops, 40 in here. All right. Let's go ahead and color green. Oh, this is almost... That means we would have saved $1,200 in this one. It's almost full. And you know what? It has come in handy. We've used it for, like, when we took my mom out to dinner, took me out to dinner, when we went out to Valentine's Day, went out for Big Dog's birthday. So this has been really nice because I tell Big Dog, baby, I got the cash. Don't worry about it, honey. We got it covered. So I really like this savings challenge. So I will be doing it again next year. I think I may actually up it to maybe 50. You know, cost of living, things go up. So that's been really nice. So put another 40 in here. And let's see here. We want to go ahead and put down, so we're almost done with the car registration. So put down 34. Because I want to do 2. Because Big Dog's truck's got to be taken care of the end of the month. The Hondas already been taken care of, but, you know, like I was saying before, we took it out of the general fund. But I want to repay that. I want to drop that money back in there. So let's go ahead and put this in here. Let's go ahead and color it red, because Gigi be liking red cars. So my boy's in Prague. Him and his family are out there. Oh, my granddaughter's such the explorer. But they had a rough flight. I think he said it took because he just got back from Korea. So I'm not quite sure how he's doing with the sleep. He got back, and then 2 days later, he flew out to Prague with his family. He's a professor. So this time during the year, he does conferences. So he had a conference in Korea and Seoul. And this week, I guess he has a conference in Prague, which I guess is part of the Czech Republic. And I guess the Korean flight was like a straight flight, and that was going to be too hard on our Charlie. So that's why they didn't go with him. But they did go to Prague, but it was 3 flights. It wasn't delayed. It was just 3 flights. I think it was like 24 hours. And I asked him, "How's our Charlie doing?" He sent me a meme of a cranky baby. I go, "When are you going to get there?" And then he sends me a picture of her. She's all crashed out. I go, "That's a long flight." But she did really well. She loves to travel. Well, you know, she's a kid. She likes to explore new things. So they're out exploring right now. A couple pics that he sent me already. I love that he likes to send the pictures because he knows his mama wants to see where he's at. So anyway, that's nice. And all my girls, my Morgan and my Theo, they're celebrating 4th of July. They're so precious. They're so cute. All right. So I went ahead and colored these two. I put my pen away. And I put the money in. So let's see how much money Gigi has for our teeth. Because I think it's Wednesday. Big Dog goes in, gets the deed done. And in fact, I did talk, the dental office called because they wanted to reschedule or have him come in earlier. So he goes in at 8:30 for the procedure. They're going to have me go in. You know, I'm really struggling as to whether or not I need to get this tooth placed in there because it's a big hole. I've been watching my front teeth. You know, 'cause it just drives me crazy with the dental stuff because I had just finished Invisalign, so my teeth were all, you know, I got the Invisalign because my bottom teeth were very crooked. My white teeth were like, you know, pretty straight, but my bottom teeth very crooked. So one of the dentists says, you know, what will help with periodontal disease, because that runs my family. My dad had it. My sister's now dealing with it. He says, if we get those straight for you. Sure, okay, doc. So $3,000, I think, or is it $1,500? I know it was a couple thousand at least. And I had just finished paying off the frickin' system because like these plastic wire that you have to do. And then I was involved in a motorcycle accident. And what happened is I fractured, it was more like a hairline crack in my jaw, chipped my femur, broke my ankle, got 2 screws. I did try getting back on the bike, but I didn't trust it. It wasn't I didn't trust the bike, I didn't trust myself. And that's unfortunate because I really loved the sensation of wind on my face from the time I was a kid. I think that's why I used to ride my bike all over the place. But anyway, I messed up my teeth. So when I did that, the dentist wanted to, I think he didn't want to pull them. I think because I wanted to save the teeth. So what he did, he like capped them. But what he didn't, what he didn't tell me is that sometimes, no, I don't even think he capped them. I think, I can't remember now because whatever he did, what happened, it caused like a black smoke, like a smoky color to my teeth. And it just drove me crazy. It just drove me crazy. 'Cause if I had known that's what was going to happen, I would have had him go ahead and put the caps on because I did go back. And I cannot tell you how I felt when I saw the caps put on my front teeth because it's the 3 right in front. You know, it was, you know, I understand when people have really no teeth or have really bad teeth and really issues with their teeth and they go in and they have a whole new set of teeth. And it is, sometimes it's overwhelming the feeling you get when you see that because it's like, oh my gosh. It was a great dentist that did that work for me, but I was so pissed at the first one. But anyway, it's a whole other story that I just told you. But I struggle as to whether or not I want, because nobody sees it. Nobody can see it's all the way back here. You know, they say, well, you know, you got to get a gap. I'm not seeing no gap yet. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, they're just going to look at that gap that I have. But Big Dog's going to have some teeth pulled. So getting him ready for July 8th. All right, let's see how much money we're going to have here. 20, no, it's 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. Do I have 65? No. Don't have 65. Let's see. Hold the phone. Okay, had to get into my trusty envelope. Because I have a little bag, there's like maybe 10 ones, and it's just like if I need to break something or like for here. So I miscounted. So anyway, I have 67. So we're going to go ahead and drop 67 here. Yes, Luna, I'm almost done for part 1. So we're going to go ahead and color this up. 67, that's nice. So, oh, that's what I was going to say. So when I was talking to the dentist, I asked her, so how much do I need to bring? She goes, well, are you financing it? I go, no, we're paying as we go. She thought that was funny too. So, 7.4. So she said, I go, I know I took in like a little over 500 last time. And that was for the impressions. And she says, yeah. She goes, no, this time, I don't know. And they're pulling a number of teeth. I only have taken a couple hundred. That's okay. I like only taking in a couple hundred, but All right, so now I have, so let's see what my new number is. Now remember, this column first, 625 plus 67, is what we have saved to date. So we have saved to date 2692. You know, it's more than half. It's more than our, as far as $5,000, that's more than half already. That's nice. And that 2125 plus 67 is 2192, is the actual cash that we have on hand, because we've already been pulling out of this envelope for some of his work already. So that's nice. Man, we already almost saved, more than half of the $5,000. That's great. So let's go ahead and put that in here. And we're going to go ahead and put that in. So let's put that in there. Do that. So I was going to make it since we have time, don't feel rushed, not anymore, because I got the drop done. I wanted to talk to you folks. I know there's a lot of craziness going on right now. But sometimes I think we just need to stay calm. I don't even know. Now I feel I'm already shifting, because I did want to share that I lost an aunt yesterday. This aunt, she was married to my dad's brother, my Aunt Terry. And they had 5 kids. So growing up, my dad and his brother were close. So we would go down to his house. So now there's 5 and 4, that's 9 kids. And, they would be having a good time. Sometimes we ended up staying overnight. I remember with my cousins, sleeping in the sharing beds. And just the house was loud with all the kids. But one thing I remember about her, which I shared with her daughter, because her name, my cousin Debbie, I was telling her, I go, your folks, are like weaved into the fabric of my childhood, because I feel like we kind of grew up with them because we saw them so often. There was, my dad was, at the end of the line, my grandmother had 17 kids. He was the last 3. He was my Uncle Gilbert, my dad, then my Uncle Johnny. So he was the one in the middle, as far as the very last ones. The boys. Well, the last ones. Anyway, I was telling her, your parents are like woven into the fabric of my childhood, because my dad and him were pretty close. My dad was close to some of his sisters, like my Auntie Trini, my Auntie Rosie. But my Uncle Johnny, I always remember, going down there, and we would have a good time. He was funny, but I always remember my Aunt Terry's laughter. And the thing is, it's not, even though she's gone, I can still hear her laughter. And that's what I was telling my cousin Debbie. I go, one of the things I remember about your mom is her laugh. And I think I was always told, I don't know where I heard this from, but the ability to laugh is also a sign of intelligence, because you got to get it. You got to find the humor. You got to get the joke. Sometimes the joke's on us, but you got to get the joke. And so I told her, don't hesitate to reach out. I just lost my dad last year. I understand, her mom had been sick for a little bit of time, but it's not an easy process to go through, her, and I don't know, it's ironic, but her mom actually passed on her dad's birthday. Now, my Uncle Johnny's been gone, well, I think maybe 15 years. 15, he's been gone maybe 20 years, quite some time. And so I thought, wow, what? Because she never remarried, but it gave me pause, like I tell, because I just had an uncle that was the youngest of the family on my dad's side again, who just passed not even a month ago. And I was telling Big Dog, I go, they're like, I never really had to deal with the passing of a loved one. The last one, that I felt that was really close. My grandmother, when my son was like 3, But I can't say I was very close to my grandmother, but I knew she was my grandmother. Her and my dad were very, very close. So it was just watching my dad go through this process of him losing his mom. It was very, very hard for my dad. And then when my Tiffany passed a couple years ago, that was probably the first time I'd say it really struck me, and it still will hit me now and then. It just like this morning, I was watching. They're doing a on CBS Mornings. They were talking about Herb Alfred, and I guess him and his partner, I think Moss was the guy's last name. I can't remember his first name. They made A&M Records, and I guess this was a really good friend of his that they had gone into business with, and also had a partnership. And as he's talking about this relationship with this guy, he gets emotional, and he was talking about trust and how he trusted. They made an agreement, and he said he missed him. Even now, he missed him. But I felt the emotion. But that's what I'm saying. Grief comes in waves. It just doesn't stop. It does come in waves. So I was telling Big Dog, we have to take the time just to appreciate the time we have, and not just appreciate the time. Live the time. Live the time that you have, because it goes too fast, and before you know it, all gone. Because we all have an expiration date. We do. We're not here forever. So you want to make the most of the time that you have here. You want to be able to leave an impression on people if you can, but an impression that's a positive, like her. I remember the laughter in the house. I remember her laugh. I remember that she was funny, and she did have a presence about her. So, and I remember all her kids, and I will always carry that part. That is part of my childhood, seeing them, growing up with them. We go down the house, and just being kids, doing stupid kid stuff, but it was her parents that I remember, so take the time to be nice to the people around you, to be kind to yourself. If you have lost somebody, be kind to the people around you, and be mindful of what impression do you want to leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But aside from that, and I prayers and blessings out to my cousin Debbie and her brothers and sisters and the family. I know it's been a crazy week. We just got some crazy stuff taken care of. I want to keep this a safe space, so I'm not going to get into politics or anything. But this is a quote that I thought I would leave you folks before I come back and I share with you my 4th of July. All right, so let's go ahead and get it going here. I thought it was kind of a 4th of July quote. Keep it light, keep it easy, right? Don't make it hard. All right, so here's a quote. It's simple. Keep calm and sparkle on. That's right, baby. Keep calm and sparkle on. We can only control the things we can control. Outside forces, sometimes it's just white noise, and we get all involved with that. We can only control what we can. That's it. So just keep calm and sparkle on this 4th of July. What do you think? I liked it. I like the little fireworks that has in it too. I know, I couldn't help it. But anyway, that's it for right now. Let me go ahead and get the 4th of July stuff going on. So I'll see you on the other side, okay? Back. Well, we're still keeping within the theme of 4th of July because it's Saturday. I did my drop. We talked a little bit about our quote about keep calm and sparkle on. That's right, baby. And anyway, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about 4th of July. Had a really nice time, but first, cheers. Cheers to you folks. You working stiffs out there. Enjoy your long weekend. Hopefully some of you had that. I know how much I enjoyed them when I had them. Cheers, folks. Margarita is always good. Anyway, and I got a surprise too. Okay, so here we go. Went to my brother's place. No leftovers, so we didn't bring anything back. Had a really nice time. He did some steaks, mashed potatoes, corn on the cob, broccoli salad, chips of dip, margaritas, wine, cokes, beer, whatever you wanted to drink. The weather wasn't too bad. I think last year was hotter. Wasn't too bad. Fireworks, well, I think we get more fireworks here than we do over there. But anyway, we had a really nice time. There's some pics there. So we had a really good time. Luna did great. We were gone for quite some time. And I thought for sure, fireworks are not always easy on the dogs. I know Jet would hide in our closet way in the back on 4th of July. But Luna, no, she was, the animals out in the desert, African desert, I think it is. I think that's it. Marquette? I always ask Big Dog the name of that, because that's, to me, when Luna stands tall like that, that's what it reminds me of. And that's what she was when we came in. She was in the crate. I'm ready. But she did really, really great. I'm so pleased how well she did. And then today, this is what happened. My mom has been talking about getting a pup for some time. But when my dad had the dementia, she didn't want to necessarily get one, because, wasn't sure how he was going to react to the dog, and, being the kind of dog that she wanted to get. They're small dogs, it's Yorkies, Yorkie Terriers, Yorkshire Terrier dogs. And I think hers is a teacup that she got. Cute dog. I'm so pleased that my mom was able to find one, but they're freaking expensive. Couldn't believe how much they cost. We saw ranges from $1,500 all the way up to $8,000. And my sister even looked at, because my mom was talking to my sister about it. She was telling her how much they ran. My sister checked in her area for $1,000. Now my mom didn't spend anywhere near that, but it's a really cute dog. Name's Journey, because I guess her and my mom are on her journey, and that's her journey. But it's really cute dog. When I saw it, I picked it up and gave it to my mom, and it just kind of like all calm, and my mom put it on its back, and it just kind of laid there. So it wasn't kind of squirming and everything. So I'm pleased that she got the dog. I know she's been talking about getting one, and because I know they're a little pricey. And I told Big Dog, if she finds a dog, I'm not going to talk her out of it. I want to encourage her, because I think she's at the point you want to get it. Just get it. Don't worry about it. Just get it. So I'm glad that she was able to get the pup. But anyway, 4th of July had a nice time. My mom got her pup. And remember the quote of the week? Yeah, I guess because I won't do a new quote till next week. So yeah, the quote of the week. It is the quote of the week, Gigi. That's what I said. It's been a long weekend. Remember, the quote of the week is to keep calm and sparkle on. Don't let all the stuff that's happening right now deter you from what you want to do, deter you from joy, deter you from happiness. Just look out for yourself. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying, to be selfish. I'm just saying be mindful. Be mindful of what you're saying to yourself, like that last quote from Naomi Judd, which was last week. Your body hears everything you might say. So be kind to yourself. Keep calm. Sparkle on. That's all I'm saying, babe. That's all I'm saying. Keep calm and sparkle on. It's not hard. Just remember that. Whatever you need to do to keep calm, just keep calm and sparkle on. Because it's going to be okay. It really will. But anyway, I wanted to come back and just share some shots from our 4th of July. The surprise was the pup. Do a cheers to you folks. You working stiffs out there. You hang tough. Gigi's got your back. You get through it. And until next week, ciao, folks. See ya.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, fuck everybody, just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.